Okay, Shalom. We in the Torah, the seventh day, Aliyah of the Parashah Bereshit, Baraahshyath, which is the seventh section, is Genesis chapter 5, verse 25 through Genesis chapter 6, verse 8, featuring the beginning of the end. Shalom, Shalom, Regalia, Dawadah. It's always a privilege, honor, and a pleasure to see you joining me. If don't nobody get this Torah, you gonna get it. Hallelujah. All right, so we stopped off with verse 24. We're gonna pick right up with 25. We left off by talking about Noah and about how the book of Enoch totally contradicts what the scriptures say about pretty much everything it talks about. All right. It talks about the angels being white, Noah being white. Enoch came back to earth and lived. That paradise is in the northern part of the earth. That's what the book of Enoch says when you read the whole thing. But if you're only reading it trying to say, okay, we got to use the Enoch calendar and so on and so forth, you're not going to see these things. All right. I know a lot of these, false teachers now got a lot of people following these books. Got a lot of people following these books. All right. But when they follow these books, they doing so in the book of Enoch in the calendar, and it's wrong. But we're going to continue on real quick with this seventh day portion of Genesis. We're going to go to 525. All right. So it goes a little something like this. Okay. It says, now Methuselah is Enoch's son. Okay. But Methuselah's father, Enoch, was taken. All right. The Aliyah took him. He stopped existing. It says, wa ayanan wa, and he was not. All right. And he was none. All right. So there's nothing of him left. His presence left from our atmosphere, our dimension. He was no longer in our dimension. Okay. So Genesis 5:25, Methuselah to Noah. It says, and lived Methuselah 7 and 8 years, and 100 years. 7 to 80 years and 100, and begat Lamech. And lived Methuselah after he begat Lamech 2 and 80 years and 700 years. Okay. And begat sons and daughters. Then he says, so were all the days of Methuselah 9 and 60 years and 900. Okay. So 969 years old. It says what? And he died. Wayamath. And lived Lamech 2 and 80 years and 100 years. And he begat a son. And he called his name Noah. Okay. Noah. Nakah. Or Nak. Saying, this one shall comfort us. concerning our work and the toil of our hands, because of the ground which has cursed Yahweh. So he knew that from Noah was going to be lifted up the curse that the Most High had put on the ground, because they still had to till the ground hardcore and get out all of the thorns and the thistles and all of the extra growth just for basic crop growth. Okay. So they knew that Noah, see, that's a prophecy right there. All right. That's Methuselah. I'm sorry. So Lamech is prophesying that Noah is going to comfort the world. He's going to bring comfort to us. Okay. He's going to bring comfort. That's what Lamech is saying, Noah's father. All right. So it says, and lived Lamech after he begat Noah 590 years and 500 years. And he begat sons and daughters. Okay. So it says, so were all the days of Lamech 770 years and 700 years. So that's a foreshadow of foresight. All right. That the Most High, because we know 7 means Shabbai, and Shabbai means, promise. Shabbai means covenant. All right. So we have the covenant that the Most High made with Noah, not to punish the earth with water no more. And we got the covenant that Yahweh made with us, to be his people. And then in that, we also have the covenant of the Shabbat. All right, so we see that 777, triple sevens, right? But Lamech prophesied that his son Noah was going to be the one to bring that comfort. And the Most High let him live to be 777 years. Okay? And he died. Now remember, while Lamech is living, all these men are living 700, 800, 900 years. They were collecting data, collecting knowledge. They were collecting understanding of what was going on the earth. Okay? Enoch wasn't the only one. But the book, I wouldn't have a problem with the book of Enoch if it said it was written before Enoch died and it didn't contradict the Bible. But the book of Enoch said that, the Bible says Enoch was not anymore. It says, wa ayanan wa, and he nothing, or he was not, and was not he. Wa ayanan wa is what it said. And then it says after that he came back to earth and then wrote the book of Enoch. But we just saw in the Torah said that Enoch was no more. So if I go to another book outside the Torah and this book says that Enoch is, I got to throw that book in the trash, because the Torah don't tell us that. We're going to be judged by the Torah, not Enoch, not Jubilees, not the book of Adam. We're not going to be judged by none of those books. So what I need to get my proper doctrine is always going to be in the Torah. So at the end of the day, I'm always going to side with the Torah. I'm not going to side with another book outside the Torah when it has things that contradict what the Torah says. I'm always going to side with the Torah. Okay? So Lamech lived 777 years. Okay? Then it says, and was Noah the son of, they say old, but Ban means son. So they say, and was Noah the son of 500 years and begat Noah. All right, so he fully begat Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, Japheth. All right, so now we see the plot is thickening now, because now Noah has these 3 sons. And the scripture is saying that Noah is going to be the one to fulfill his name, which means comfort. Okay, which means comfort. You can say Nak or Nakah. His name means comfort. So Noah's going to bring comfort to the earth about the toiling that they've been doing with their hands on Ha'adamah, on the ground, because the Most High had cursed the ground because of what Adam had done. So he knows that the Most High is going to lift that curse up from the ground through his son Noah. So Lamech is prophesying right now. He's a prophet. He's telling the future, which means the Most High had to tell him this was going to happen. All right. So now when Lamech, in the book of Enoch, when Lamech had went to talk to Enoch in the paradise country in the north part of the earth, he asked him, when is this going to be? And Enoch told him, in about 40 years. So that's a lie, because here we see Noah is 500 years old and the earth still hasn't been destroyed. Number one. All right. Number two, it said that when Noah was born, that he had white hair and his hair shined the whole room. Like he was people say he was an albino, but nah, that's glorifying blonde hair, blue eyes. And it's saying that Enoch is in the north part of the earth. Come on, man. North part of the earth, blonde hair, blue eyes. That's white, not black, but white Nordic Viking mythology all day long. The white cows, all right, dealing with Joseph. You got the white cows, the brown cows, and the white animal, the black animal, and the brown animal. The black animal was the Africans, and the brown animal was the the Ishmaelites / Midianites. Okay, so come on, man. Anyway, Genesis 5 and 30. We already read all of these chapters now. Now we're going to go into chapter 6 up to 6 and 8. So Shem is our father. That's where we come from. Ham is the father of Shem is the father of the ethnic Hebrews and the political Africans that fled into Africa. Ham is the father of the ethnic Africans that are indigenous and that populated the continent of what they call now Africa. And the Bible is called Aratzah Kam. It's called the land of Ham in the scriptures. It doesn't call it Africa. So Africa is a non-biblical nomenclature. And Japheth. Japheth is the ancient people that were around the northern Mediterranean areas and kind of Turkey, east of Turkey. But they got pushed out of that area and they went into the Pacific. Now some brothers say, oh no, not the Pacific, is Israelites. Okay, well, Naphtali, you might, if you believe that, cool. If you don't believe that, it's cool. It didn't affect me or my salvation either way. So I could take it or leave it either way. That's what I know. So that's what I'm going to say. So now let's go to Genesis 6. Okay. Once again, let's go to let's go to Bereshit 6. Okay, so we're going to go to Genesis 6. No, we're going to read 1 through 8. And it says, and it came to pass when began men to multiply, Okay, Larab, on the face of the earth, daughters were born to them. And saw the sons of Aliyah, sons of Elohim, to a toward daughters of men, that they were beautiful. Then they took for themselves wives of all that they chose. So here's the characters. In a nutshell, I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of details about it. Daughters of men, right here. The daughters of Adam. These are the children that came out of Adam's loins, besides Abel and Seth. These are the other sons that came out of Adam. The sons of Aliyah right here, these are the sons of Seth, because Seth was labeled of a god. He was on a high level of knowledge, of understanding, of power, of rulership. Okay, he understood all of the elements, understood all of the sciences. This is Seth. The sons of God are the sons of Seth, and the sons of man are twofold. One is the sons. You remember you had other people on the earth also. The people when Adam, when Cain went to Nod, you had people over there already. All right, so we'll kind of go into that area. So the people that are on Ha-Adamah. All right. So Ha-Adam multiplied on Ha-Adamah and were born to them. So these sons of men, once again, these are descendants of Adam, either twofold. The sons of Adam that were not from Shem, that were not from Seth and Cain, or the sons of Adam, meaning that first general creation, when man was made with woman together with him, men and women. So either way, they're sons and daughters. And the daughters of men, look at what this says in the Hebrew. It says, Banwath Ha-Adam. It says this, the daughters of Adam. And once again, either going into Adam in general, the general creation of Adam in Genesis 6, or we can go in Genesis on day 6 rather, or we can go into the specifically Adam descendants that weren't Seth and Cain, that they were beautiful, and they took for themselves wives of all whomever they chose. All right. So these sons of the Aliyah, of course, they knew about Adam's other sons and daughters. So these really got to be the sons of the nations that's in between. The righteous sons of Adam, not the wicked sons of Adam, which is Cain and his whole crew. These are the sons of men that come from the people Adam that's caught in the middle of this family struggle that's going on the earth. Okay? They took the wives that they chose. Okay? Now, once they did that and said, Yahweh, not shall strive, okay, judge or contend, okay, the one, my spirit, man or with man forever. For indeed he is flesh, and yet shall be his days 120 years. So basically, Most High got fed up with the increase of the wickedness that is on the earth right now. And he's saying, we're not going to go through this whole judging and punishing and waiting 1,000 years and you doing all this evil. So he said, I'm going to cut the time short. So this word, right here is Dan, which means to judge. So his spirit's not always going to strive for justice or judgment or making things right that they have messed up. The longer time you got on this earth, the more time you got to sin and mess up. And I'm getting tired of it, so I'm going to cut your days short. This is what Yahweh was saying. All right. So he said 120, which Noah arrived at that. I mean, which our father, our ancestor, Abraham, our ancestor, Moses arrived at 120. We just finished reading that from Deuteronomy, chapter 34. So it says, and Nephilim were on the earth in days those. So let's look at Nephilim. Okay. Let's look at this word Nephilim real quick. Giants. Okay. The word origin is Nepal. So word Nepal means abandon, to fall, to lie down. It's translated as fell, fallen, dismounted, they fell. So a lot of people say, this is talking about the fallen angels. These are talking about the strong men that were on the earth that fell from operating on the proper side, okay, of that fruit of the knowledge of good and evil. They fell from off the ways of Adam, all right, in righteousness, in the knowledge of the good, and they started to operate in the knowledge of the evil. These are the ones that had fallen, not that they were on the earth. The Nephilim were on the earth, in the earth, in days those, and also after that, when they came in, the sons of God, to the daughters of men, and they bore to them, okay, those, the mighty men, warriors, Gabar, okay, who of old, okay, long duration, men of fame. It says of renown, but it says men Hasham, men of the name, men that were famous. So they were powerful men. Okay. So what happened that they fell down, they fell away. Once they started to mix these people together, the righteous sons of Adam started to have sex with the regular people that didn't have. All this whole time I've been saying that Adam and them had high knowledge. So when Adam and them started having sex, when Adam's descendants, through the family of Seth, which is the sons of God, the sons of the Aliyah, when they started to have sex with the regular people that weren't on a high level, that's when it calls them the Nephilim. Okay, the Nephilim, the fallen ones. Why? Because these children that they had fell away from. Nepal means to fall. They fell away from, they fell off the path. Just like Adam, what do you call it? They fell from grace. You see? They fell from the righteous orders that Adam was following, that he taught his son Seth. So Seth's descendants started having sex with the regular people, and they had people that fell away from the righteous way. But what? They had power. How they had power? They had power because they linked up with the sciences that Tubal Cain had, with the swords, with the metal, working iron and working copper and brass, and they got a lot of power. All right. The scripture says they were mighty men. All right. They bore children, which is Gabar. Gabar is strong, mighty, brave. All right. So it's not that these men were like, not that these men were like beings from another planet. All right. These men weren't beings from another planet. They were men that had the science and the power of thousands of years of experience between the leading families on the earth at this time. And out of all of that knowledge and information and power, Adam's children had the most. So when they saw these other women and they started having sex with the women that was outside of their family lines, that's when they started to teach these offsprings of these normal people. They were strong and powerful because they had the capacity of a god almost. And they knew how to control and manipulate right and wrong. And I've been teaching that from the very beginning when we first started Genesis. That when Adam went into that tree of knowledge of good and evil, now Adam knows how to manipulate negative and positive. And Cain couldn't control it. And that's why he killed his brother. And then we seen that Lamech couldn't control it. And he killed the man. Now, when these people increase in their wickedness, and they take that wickedness and they mix it with the knowledge that Adam's children have, that was a recipe for disaster. And that's where mankind started to go into a spiral. Okay? So the descendants of the Nephilim, remember, Nephilim just means the ones that fell away. These are the children of Adam's descendants through Seth and his sons and daughters and regular people. That's all they are. Once again, let's go to this word. All right, Napoleon, right here. It's only used, it's talking about just mighty ones. But they have fallen away. So it's mighty in the bad way. Like going to the book of Numbers 13:33, where that word is used also. They saw the Nephilim, Napoleon, right, which is a slang word for kind of like a wicked ruler or with the orc. Big, strong, powerful, with knowledge on how to do evil and can manipulate situations. The same thing remember, nothing's on the earth now that didn't come through Eve and Adam. Every life form. There's no extra humanoid life forms on the planet. So the Nephilim was just people. There's Napoleon. These are human beings that have fallen away. Let me show you. Here's Nephilim. It says Nephilim, giants, name of two peoples, one before the flood, one after the flood. So how are we going to have people after the flood that are spiritual giants from fallen angels when everybody that was in the atmosphere of the planet Earth, there was no living creature left except for Noah and his family? So how the hell they come back after the flood if they were all destroyed during the flood? Everything on the earth, all life was destroyed during the flood. So when you go into the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 33, Nephilim is not a proper noun. It's a metaphor. It's a slang word for people that fell away from the righteous way of how to do things with this supernatural knowledge that they have, that they got from the Most High through Adam and his descendants. And they try and use it for evil. And it was strong and they were powerful. Okay. Now they might have been big, but that's not where their strength came from. Their strength didn't come from their size. Their strength came from the knowledge that they had. Okay. So we look at this word, Nephilim. Look what it says right here. It says word origin is Nepal. Now let's look at this word Nepal. Right here, it says Nepal, Napal. Okay, Nepal. Now it shows you how this word is translated throughout the scriptures. Let's see. It say He called the deep sleep to fall on Adam. To fall on Adam. His countenance fell, and they fell. Okay. They fell. In every verse this word is used. Also, we got perish, remains, knocks out a tooth, smite the maidservant tooth, or cause to fall that tooth. Okay. But you see the word is, fell. The word fell. Look, all of this fell. Dismounted. So it denotes going from a higher level or stage, higher to a lower. Right here, a deep sleep to fall on Adam. So Adam went from a consciousness to a deep sleep, an unconscious stage. He was angry, his countenance fell from being the opposite of angry, his countenance being lifted up, to his countenance falling. All right. So that's what the word means. So that's what the word means right here. Nepal. Nepal means to fall or to lie. Okay. And this is how it's translated. Well, this is NASB translation. Brown Driver Briggs. Nepal. So that's how the word Nepal is used, to fall. So these are, you can call these the fallen ones. What did they fall from? Where were they? Well, first of all, we see that Nephilim is used in the book of Numbers, which is after the flood. Now we know that during the flood, all life on the planet Earth was created except what was in that ark. So how did these people make it after the flood? All right. Now, when we go into, when we go right here, you go into Anak. All right. These are the sons of Anak. And they're called giants. This is a Canaanite. And the Canaanites were in the under Syria, the Eastern Mediterranean. So these people, once again, they had knowledge that they got from their father Ham, which is the father of the Canaanites. But they were after the flood. So that puts a nail in the coffin of you trying to say the Nephilim was giants, fallen angels. Well, this is before the flood right here in Genesis chapter 6, verse 4. Now, you would have an argument if we don't see the same word being used in the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 3. After the flood, you got the same name being used. So this is a metaphor for strong, mighty people that have a lot of scientific advancements, technology, can do warfare, can create things to conquer people. And it might be big also. I don't know. They might be big also. It could be big. You know. The Israelites, we said they were big in Numbers 13 and 30. Right? So Nephilim, which is the fallen ones, the ones that fell. Once again, these are the ones that fell away from the righteous way of living, the righteous way of operating, the righteous way, the righteous social structure. And they went into evil and negative, and they fell from grace. They fell from righteousness. They fell. Adam is called what? The fall of man. Why? Because he left the way the Most High gave him. All right. So the Nephilim were on the earth. Baraahshyath. What does that mean? That means they kind of took over a lot of areas. They were on the earth in days those, all right? And also after After that, when came in the sons of God to the daughters of men, they bore children to them. So the sons of God is talking about the sons of Adam on the righteous side. All right. The sons of God. He's not talking about an angel, because angels don't have sperm. They don't have human DNA. And the two spiritual beings and the physical being cannot mix together and have descendants, have offsprings. That's impossible. Okay. So the sons of Aliyah, which is going into Adam's people, you can go into the book of Luke, and Adam is called the son of Aliyah. Adam's called the son of God in the book of Luke. Okay. Adam's called the son of God in the book of Luke. So we can't say that, oh, the son of God is talking about this, that, or the other. Okay. Son of God right here is going into Adam's people. Okay. I'm going to show you real quick, hopefully. And once again, I just want to show this because if we don't show it, there's going to be a lot of confusion when you go into the book of, and that's what makes people believe in book of Enoch, because they're not sure, because they haven't really gone into the Torah, and they haven't looked at the Hebrew, and they haven't prayed to get understanding of what it's talking about. Okay. But Adam was called the son of God, right? And if he was called the son of God, what is his children? They the sons of God too. The sons of the power. Let's go into see if I can get it real quick. Let's go in. Well, let me go ahead and get it from this side over here. Then I'll bring it back. I'm gonna get it from this over here, then I'm gonna bring it to you on the other side. All right, so book of Luke, show you Adam. Book of Luke, chapter 3, verse 38. Which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth. Remember, we were talking about Seth earlier. Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of Aliyah. So, which was Seth, which was, so Enos, which was of Seth, Seth, which was of Adam, then Adam, which was of God, of Aliyah. So you can go from Jacob to Judah to Perez. They're Judites, but they also are all what? The sons of Jacob. They're going to be called by their main ancestor. So the sons of God, the sons of Yahweh, the sons of the Aliyah, Adam is his son. And Adam's son is Seth. And Seth's son is Enos. So it's clear as day right there. All right. So here we see that clearly Adam is called of God, son of God. Now, when you see these italics is leaning to the side, that wasn't in the original text. They put that there. So it's saying which was of Enos, the descendant of Enos. Now Enos was the descendant of Seth. See, the son is leaning to the side. So they put that there in the translation, but it wasn't in the original text. They put it there to make it flow in English. But point is, Adam is of the power of Aliyah, and is of Adam, and Enos is of Seth. So that shows you right there. So when you go back over into Genesis, and it talks about the sons of God, it's talking about the children of Adam, the sons of Adam, the Banya Ha-Alahayim. Now, Adam's descendants was called Alahayim. Remember, Enoch walked with the Alahayim. All right? Enoch walked with the Alahayim. These are the men that were mighty, they were powerful, they were powers on the earth, and they were judges. Even the Torah calls the judges Alahayim, powers. And then the Most High said in Psalms, he said, I have said that ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, right? So we're called the Alahayim also. I mean, just flat out in the scriptures. I mean, clearly and directly. It said that we are sons of the power. All right? And let's go here in the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. Now, I really wasn't expecting to go into all of this, but I just want to clear up a lot of false doctrine, showing you that a lot of stuff can just be cleared out if you take the time and read the Torah. Right here, Psalms chapter 82, verse 6. I have said, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. So we are gods, and we are children of the Most High. But just like Adam, but ye shall die like men. You see that? You shall die like men. So we are gods, but we die like men. That's Psalms 82 and 6. So when we go back here, and it talks about the sons of God, it's talking about us, the children. First of all, sons comes from the offspring. And you can't have a spiritual offspring reproducing so many times with spiritual. You can't have spiritual men reproducing. You can have spirits reproducing with women. We know we're spirit beings, spirit creatures, whatever, there's a spirit in us, but we're limited by this flesh. So we can't get a female angel pregnant. You mean to tell me everybody that left, supposedly, because people don't understand Isaiah chapter 14, you mean to tell me that when this imaginary battle happened in heaven, that only male angels left, no female angels left? Wasn't no man on the earth putting his rod into no female angel? Come on, man. But it was all the male angels having sex with women. With what sperm? Where the hell they get sperm from? Maybe the Most High knew the future, what was going to happen, and he wanted them to be able to have pleasure and make children on the earth. So when he made the angels before they rebelled out of heaven, maybe he gave them penises and a sack full of sperm to have children with people on the planet Earth. Are you freaking kidding me? You got to be a daggone idiot to not think this through. No disrespect or insult to nobody. I got beside myself. I apologize. But how you going to think the Most High made angels in heaven and gave them sperm, nigga? Like, that don't even make sense. Where the hell these angels get the sperm from? Where they get the sperm from to put in these women? The sons of God is talking about human beings that were walking in the path that Adam set before them, that he got from the Alahayim. Just like in the book of Psalms, once again, I have said ye are gods. So David is saying that we are gods. So if David is saying that we are gods, what happens when these gods have children? Guess what? What are they called? They're called the sons of God, which is Elohim, Aliyah. You see that? So come on, man. Stop the madness. Say no to drugs. Let's go to Psalm. I want to go to Psalm chapter 83 real quick. Psalms 82. Psalms 82. Let's go to verse 6. Looking in Hebrew. It says, Anya amartaya alahayim atham babanya aliyawan ka lakam. Kalakam. Not kalakam, but kalakam. Which means Anya I amartaya said. Alahayim. Elohim powers Atham. This is second person plural. Right here. Atham. You. Second person plural. Well, second person singular masculine. That's where it's coming from. But this is the plural. The root is Atha. Let me show you. But the plural is Atham. The root is Atah or Atha, which is a plural, but the which is a feminine, but the plural is Atham. So that means you. So you plural is y'all. So I have said, God, you are. Now this is all in the book of Psalms. See that? We're in the book of Psalms, chapter 82, and we're in verse 6. So David is writing, Anya I, Amartha said, Alahayim or Elohim, La, Ha, Ya, and Ma. Alahayim. I have said Alahayim, Atham. Alahayim, y'all are. You are. So listen right here. It says pronoun, second person, masculine, plural. So I've said that all you men, all y'all are gods. Then it says what? Furthermore, and on top of you being a god, and you are children, wa banya, and children, Aliyah, the most high or the highest, children of the highest, kal kam, all kal, and then kam. All right, plural. So kal kam. All right. So everybody can see that. So now we've seen what, 2 or 3 instances when we talk gods. So David said that we are gods. Then we went in the book of Luke, and it said that Adam was the son of God. So these same people, to be the children, to be gods, what their fathers had to be. It says, gods you all are. Their fathers had to be gods. And the fathers before them had to be gods. Fathers before them had to be God. Like I was saying earlier, they were like gods on the earth. Why? Because of the knowledge they had. Because with that knowledge, you can take that, you can manipulate positive and negative. The more positive you have, the more you can control righteously the earth. The more negative you have, the more you can control those that are serving the negative. Control. Not conquer, but control. Esau conquered us, but he don't control us. We don't let him control. A lot of you let Esau control. You confuse conquer with control. All right. Do everything that he wants you to do. But anyway, so this says that gods y'all are. So this says that we are gods. You all are God, talking to us. That we gods. All right. So now when it says we are gods, what are our children going to be? Elohim, Aliyah. They're going to be powers. Remember, gods mean powers. They're going to be powers. What are those children going to be? Powers. And what about their children? Powers, Aliyah. When we say gods, it kind of confuses, because gods and Aliyah should not really be, because the word God comes from the old Teutonic word gur, which means anything that was worshipped, a venerable object or person or spirit, something that people worship and bow down to. All right, so we don't want to use that particular word necessarily. All right, so anyway, so it says we're Aliyah. So you are Aliyah. All right, so now when we go back into Genesis and it talks about the sons of the Aliyah. It ain't talking about no angels that fell from the sky with sperm getting people pregnant. Man, that did not happen. That did not happen. Angels don't have sperm, first of all. They don't have sperm. They don't have sperm. Okay. They don't have sperm. I'm gonna show you that. I know we into the Torah, but we got to clear up some things too. All right, we got to clear up some things too. I'm trying to look at these. I'm having another program going to looking at it. All right, but the celestial bodies, it's different. The celestial meaning the heavenly bodies. All right, is different. I'm gonna just paste this into this window. All right. I think we're going to the whole chapter of it also real quick. That's why I like the Torah, because once again, what I always say, once you understand the Torah, you can clear up the false doctrines that people teach and understand from the book of Enoch or from whatever other book they want to try to come at you with. That's why y'all can keep the breakdowns and all that. That's cool. But me personally, I like to stick to the Torah, because now that's my foundation. So now anything you come at me with, I'm going back to that Torah. I explained it from Genesis through the power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Now we're going to see the other books. This is of the Bible. This is 1 Corinthians 14:40, showing you the context of verse 40. All right. What does it say? And I'm going to tell y'all something too. A lot of you brothers out there, y'all study the Bible, but you don't study to show yourself approved to Yahweh. You study to show yourself right to somebody that you want to battle with the Bible. And that you get caught up in this cycle of arguing, and you're not edifying really. You're not showing people how to be obedient to the Torah. You're not giving the instructions of life from Hamashiach. You're not discussing his parables and his life and obedience. You find yourself arguing over different topics and debating over different topics, and that's pretty much the extent of your spiritual career, is arguing and debating, which we know that that's going to be something that happens sometime, but that's what's the general practice of those that believe in Hamashiach. You see what I'm saying? So you studying just to make your point known and just to show that you got this knowledge, but you're not really studying to live and apply what you read. Now let's go ahead and show that the angels did not have no sperm to put in no women. First of all, let's look at verse 39 right here. Okay. It says, all flesh is not the same flesh. Matter of fact, hold up. Because recently, man, I really like to look at these interlinears, man. You know, let's see. This is King James, but I really would like to look at this in the Greek. But we'll stay here. All flesh is not the same flesh. So even with human beings, all of the covering that they have, the vessel that they're traveling in is not the same. Listen to what he said. But there is one kind of flesh of men. So men, which are those that come from Adam, have a certain kind of flesh. Another flesh of beast. So the flesh of the beast cannot mix with the flesh of the men. It's impossible. A man cannot have sex with a gorilla and have a baby. And they look alike. But a man can't have sex with a gorilla or a monkey and have a baby. So this says there's one flesh of men, another flesh of beasts. All right. Another of fishes, and another of birds. Notice what he said. These are shells. These are shells and houses that we are put into. And once we're put into these shells, we can't take that shell and mix it with no other type of creature and produce life. Righteous type of life. All right. It says, now what does it say in verse 40? 1 Corinthians 15 to 40. It says, there are celestial bodies. So these people trying to say that these angels fell from the earth or fell from the sky, fallen angels, and they had penises and sperm. But the Bible says that there are celestial bodies and there are bodies that are what? Terrestrial, physical on this earth. But the glory, the power, the beauty, the magnitude of the celestial is one. And the glory of the terrestrial is another. So it's two different fleshes. There's two different fleshes. Okay? So also is the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption. It is raised in incorruption. Okay? So there's celestial bodies and there's terrestrial bodies. And they both have what? Different glories. The celestial is one and the terrestrial is another. So how is the angels that fell from the skies going to mix with the glory of the terrestrial bodies? They don't got sperm. They don't got sperm. Now let me go into here real quick. Let's go into the book of Hebrews. Go to Hebrews chapter 2. Verse 16, talking about Hamashiach. It says, for verily he took not on angels, but he took on the seed of Abraham. This is saying that Hamashiach didn't come from the spiritual creatures, that he came from a physical seed, not a spiritual seed. Now, we know this right here, him, the nature, was injected in there because it's in italics. And him was injected in there also. But they did that to try to give you a better understanding because it flowed better. For verily he took not on angels, but he took on the seed of Abraham. So it's a contrast. Instead of seed of Abraham, they try to say he took on the seed of angels, spiritual. And he said, no, he took on the sperm of Abraham. Had to be used with his mother to create him. Not whatever you think angels do, because it didn't happen. Okay? It didn't happen that way. So it's showing that the angels are celestial bodies, and then Abraham is a terrestrial body. So Abraham's celestial body, Abraham's terrestrial body cannot mix with the angel's celestial body. It's impossible. It's impossible in Hebrews 2:16. It's impossible in 1 Corinthians 15:40. But then we go back to chapter 6, you want to say it's possible. No, it's impossible. No angel can ever have any sexual relations. Or no spirit, no being that originates in the heavens, in the fourth dimension, as a spiritual creature. We want to call him an angel, Mala'akim. They cannot transfer into the physical world and now have sex with women and have children. It's impossible. All right. So they had the daughters of the sons of God, the sons of Aliyah, which is Adam's family, the righteous part of Adam's family. They saw daughters, all right, the Banwath of Adam, of the regular men, of men. And they had children with them. And what happened with those children? It says the children became mighty, Gabar. It says right here, Hagabardium, became warriors. All right. They became warriors, strong men, Gabar. All right. Strong, mighty. They became mightier than compared to who? Compared to the other people. All right. Who were of old. Ma'aywalam. All right. Ma'aywalam. No, we know Ma'aywalam can mean eternity. It could also mean a long duration, forever. And say Aywalam wa'aid Aywalam, forever until forever. Then it says Anashim, which is men. Anashia. Hasham, of the name. Now you could really, if you want to get technical, which we're not going to go there. I'm not even going to go there with y'all right now. Okay, we're not going to go there. So that's verse 6. I hope that's abundantly clear in terms of Adam and the fallen angels and what the truth is about that. Verse 5. And saw Yahweh that great was the wickedness of man in the earth. Of the man. Now everybody's being called Ha-Adam. Now they're all lumped together now. Okay? And all intent of the thoughts of his heart. Okay? Of his heart. Together. All together was evil. All the time. So all day, every day, they were thinking about just evil things to do. Which goes into the book of Micah. Okay? Which goes into the book of Micah. Late at night, they on their beds thinking. And that same spirit, man, came down through. Noah had the same spirit on him, but he kept it in check. He conquered it. All right? He kept it in check. He conquered it. All right? He kept it in check. He didn't let it take over him. So all the time, right here, and you go into Micah chapter 2, and it talks about woe to them that divides iniquity on their beds and work evil. Woe to them that divides iniquity and work evil upon their bed. So the Most High said destruction is going to come to you if you just sitting back thinking about negativity. That's how you destroy yourself. So evil, they were thinking about evil all the time. All right? Why? Yanakam. Why Yanakam? And was sorry and repented Yahweh that he had made man, Ha-Adam, on the earth. Now, which man was he sorry he made? Adam going up to Noah's family? No, because they were good people. Noah was a good man, so he wasn't sorry he made him. It's the other people that he was sorry he made. Okay? And Yahweh, and he was grieved. He was grieved in his heart. So said Yahweh, I will destroy the man whom I have created from the face of the earth, from man and beast to the creeping things and birds of the air, for I am sorry that I have made them. All right. So Most High is saying that I'm sorry I even made these creatures. I'm going to just destroy them from off the earth. Now, verse 5, verse 8, the last verse, but Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahweh. Okay. So it says, why nakha matza'a khan ba'iyanya Yahweh. So Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahweh. So out of all the evil, the Most High saw Noah. And Noah, remember, Noah had his sons too with him. So that ends the Torah portion. Stops with verse 8. And tomorrow I'm going to go into it a little further. Now, if you follow me throughout the week, you can get these different pieces of, of information about the Torah and see some of the spiritual applications of it, and then use that when you teaching or reviewing the Torah with other people, family, friends, congregation, constituency, or whatever. But Noah got grace. But now that chapter, that verse 5, boy, chapter 4, verse 4, mainly that verse 4 right here, man. We really cleared this up. I hope everybody got a better understanding of this verse 4 now, about the Nephilim being on the earth, and then who the sons of God were, of Aliyah, the daughters of men, who they are. So I hope you got that understanding now, and use it. Read it, and it knocks Enoch out the park, man. We went into so many scriptures: Hebrews, Corinthians, Psalms. All right, went to Hebrews. I think it was Hebrews 2:14, something like that. Hebrews 2:14 on down. Okay, we went into Psalms 82. We went to 1 Corinthians 15:40, 39, 40, 41, to show that the book of Enoch is lying, basically. It's lying. All right, so the water regalia dawada. I kind of feel like we should have stopped. But it was part of Genesis, though. No, we shouldn't have stopped because it was part of Genesis. It had to be brought out. It had to be, a little more clear. And it's not difficult to understand. It makes sense with the scriptures, and it makes sense with the other books in the Bible. It's not difficult to believe or understand, man. Wasn't no angels coming down saying, man, I'm going to go have sex with this woman. Angels can't have sex with women. Matter of fact, even Hamashiach said that they don't give in marriage in the fourth dimension. But I like the other scriptures because they talk about the main topic, flesh, and the people are actually the gods that it's talking about. That's what I like about, Hebrews 2 and 1 Corinthians 15 and Psalms chapter 82. I like those because they go right to the point. Okay, they go right to the point. And then we look at the Hebrew, and then we look at the Hebrew here. It shows you who the Aliyah are. Who are the sons of Aliyah? We are the sons of the Aliyah. Our father, our ancestor, our relative David, he wrote that. Okay. All right, so that's about it for tonight. All right. So that's about it for tonight. Noah found grace in the eyes of the Most High. So that's where it stops at. All right. That Noah finding grace in the Most High, in Yahweh. So the Most High is saying, everything on the earth, I'm going to destroy. Okay. And once again, that word Nephilim is Napoleon, and Nepal means fall away, to fall. All right. So these are people that, have the knowledge, but they stop using the knowledge for what it's supposed to be used for, which is helping and positive, and use it for negative. All right. So that's it. Appreciate everybody that came out, listen. Come on back through tomorrow. We're gonna go over this whole thing tomorrow, but with less. We're not gonna go into it as deep per se, and just make the statements of what it's talking about and breeze over it. Tonight and during the week is good because I can actually go in and show you the evidence of the doctrine that we're learning from the Torah, and then show you in the other books also. Okay, show you in other books also. But at the end of the day, guess what? How relevant is who the Nephilim were to right now? Because Noah got a fresh start. Noah got a fresh start, and everything died on the earth. So why are you tripping about who they were or were not when it was a fresh start? But once you start believing that and you read these other books got knowledge that's lies. So that's why people try to push it. Because these other books, oh no, Enoch was alive and Enoch came back to the earth when the Torah said, no, Enoch left. And he was not. Specifically say Enoch didn't exist. It says, wa, ayanan wa, and was not him. And he was not no more, because Aliyah, it said, took him. All right, so when we read through this, though, this is the beginning of the end of mankind as it was known up to that point. The Most High destroyed everything. He about to do it. Then he's going to restart life again on the earth. So Tomorrow, for the Torah portion, of course, we're going to have to read Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, all the way to Genesis chapter 6, verse 8. But, encourage your people, encourage others, man, to really look at these daily studies I do on the Torah, man. In that way, once you start to teach, everybody could be on the same page. Because if you watch my Torah tapes that I do, man, if you watch the Torah videos that I make and teach from, I'm always coming from the Torah, and I'm going to show you what the Hebrew says, and I'm going to back it up with other scriptures. Because this is the foundation that we must understand. And this is the Masoretic text that we're using for this, for the Hebrew right here. Even though me personally, I prefer to use the Masoretic text as well as the Samaritan text, the Samaritan Pentateuch. Okay. That's what I prefer to use. Now, I'm trying to get it to show you what the interlinear comes from, but don't seem like they want to say it on here. But it's coming off the Masoretic text. And then there's even different Masoretic texts, so we have to go into that. And show the source of where they're getting these things from, but it's the Masoretic text that they're using. All right, so man, we've been at it for a while now. It's 2:16 where I'm at, over on the west Pacific coast of Mexico, right underneath of San Diego, on the other side of the border, south of the border. So we went into it a little bit. It's a good lesson, I think. But all praise to Yahweh B'Shem HaMashiach Yahushua. If you just read with understanding and read with humility, man, you'll see these things. But a lot of people are kind of too puffed up in their knowledge, and they don't have, the spiritual connection to the Holy Spirit through obedience. And that's why a lot of their doctrines end up being off, because their spirit ain't obedient to the Torah. So they got a carnal doctrine and fitting pieces together from the Bible, but it's not really edifying. Edifying meaning building up your spirit to repentance and obedience to be accepted by the Most High. It's just more another notch in their belt. Oh, I got this doctrine right. I got that doctrine right. I beat that person. He don't know what he's talking about, or they camp is fake. They camp is wrong. That individual light is stupid, or that camp is, he don't know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you got to read this book with the intent of wanting to read it and do what it says, because you love Yahweh. If you ain't doing that, man, Most High ain't going to show you nothing. All right? He ain't going to show you nothing. So always be humble about this book, and always be humble about the knowledge that it contains if you expect to get anywhere with the Most High. And if you want the kingdom of heaven to call you great, we're told specifically that if we do and teach his commandments, then we'll be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So in the kingdom of heaven, they look down on us and say, man, this person is great because they doing and keeping the commandments. All right. So that's it. I hate to leave y'all now, but that's all I really have right now. I'm getting late. Supposed to be resting on Shabbat. So I'm going to try to get my rest on. All right, y'all. I love you. Shema Yasha'Allah Yahweh Elohayna Yahweh Akkad wa Ahata At Yahweh Elohayaka Bakal Labaka wa Bakal Napaska wa Bakal Ma'atka. Hail Israel, Yahweh our power, Yahweh is one, and you shall love Yahweh your power with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. All right, so Shalom Makam.